And now we shall sit down and engage in the conversation. Another jam-packed episode. Welcome to TrendingSA. Trending. All right, we're coming to you from our lovely home where the stage is ours and the stage is yours. It's SABC3. What's trending, South Africa? We're here to answer that question tonight with all sorts of trending topics that got you talking today. Which women are you crushing on this Wednesday? I'm just giving you a clue. Like, there are options here. There's one option, and there's another option. And even, I mean. Okay. So, our WCW's on standby. You're gonna love her. She's gonna be sitting right here on the TrendingSA table. But now, let's get into the business of the day. Familiar faces and one empty seat. We have an exciting guest host who'll be joining us right after I introduce the lady setting the scene in place of Guli Roberts as she's jet-setting. Relebogile Mabocha! Charming.
Why the song briefer about the spectacles?
We're blind.
We're blind, yeah.
It's not a
I thought it was a fashion statement.
No, you are lucky. Consider yourself privileged.
Okay.
And she is one of Mzansi's finest comedians and our friend. It's Nina Hastings!
I'm middle-aged.
And I'm Bobby Malloy. Hello, everybody! Yay! And now, our guest host. He is deemed as the Ryan Seacrest of South Africa. He's been giving us links since the days of that music show 1, which later evolved into Live on SABC3. Nowadays, he is most notably a face and a voice in sports, television, and radio. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Andile second, just like, look what I can do. All right, so let's get popping right now on our timelines. Nina, we'll start with you.
Okay, so guys, you know, I love it when Twitter wakes up in a good mood and wakes up on the good side of the bed. Anyway, tweets were all sentimental and stuff when hashtag best advice I ever heard was trending on my timeline. So I'm going to be looking at some of your posts from this trend. And on the other side, I want us to talk about the people who should not be giving us advice. We see you, lames.
Your shade in the first.
Shade.
What did I get myself into? Right. What's on your timeline?
So it's still the beginning of the month and we just got paid not long ago, which makes sense why hashtag my bank account says was trending on my timeline. So I'll be looking at some of the things that your bank accounts are saying. And I'll also, thinking of people who should have listened to what their bank accounts were saying. But oopsie, it was just too late. You didn't listen. Ala mamela.
Oh, gosh. All right, Andile, who is our WCW?
And of course, it's all about music, taking me back into my live days.
Okay, sharp. Okay, sorry. What's happening? Yo,
can we touch it? Singers, love is blind, ignore them, criminal. To name just a few. Somebody should have warned me. She's been dominating music charts and keeping music lovers dancing since her music career began back in 2014. You're going to love her. No. She's from Pretoria, like many of us sitting here. Papi's the only outcast. So be part of the conversation by tagging us with your questions. We're at hashtag TSA on 3 with Lady Zamar.
Okay, can we touch it?
Guys, like...
Okay, hang on.
Can we touch it?
Order. We've had our moment, ne? So from now on, we have to be professional with Andile and give him a chance to talk.
Okay.
Oh, palpitations. Okay, but he was introducing our WCW, who is Lady Zamar, who will be here in just a little while.
That's why she gets take the big backs.
All right, then I'll be updating you on what's been happening at the World African Economic Forum 2017, which is currently taking place in Durban. All of this and more coming your way on this episode of ZA on 3. But right now, you know what I'm going to say?
You know you drive is my day. This is my day.
Welcome back. This is TrendingSA on SABC3. We're keeping you company until 10:30. The lituation is not only on your TV screens, baby. It's also lit on our social media pages: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reda. If you have just joined us, we're very excited to have sports anchor and radio host Andile Ngube as our guest host tonight. Andile, how come you haven't been on the show before? As a guest or as a guest presenter?
I don't do a lot of these interview things, like
Why?
Gaspana.
Excuse us.
So now we're going to
Sorry
interview
to
you.
interrupt.
Oh, well, I'm a guest.
No, let's interview him.
Oh, yeah,
guys.
absolutely.
Okay, we're going to
Yes.
interview you.
Okay.
Andile.
Go. Let me ask.
People think that your first television show was one live, but in fact, there was a show called Vuka Mzansi.
Oh, wow.
Do you remember?
It was Vuyani Mzansi. I was still in varsity at college, and they came around and said, hey, we're looking for people, and they got me that traveled the country. It was actually quite cool. It was like a travel, I can't even remember what it was.
Majima Bob.
Yeah. I don't really know what it was.
That's
What
what
was it?
you refer to your get lifted you as Majiggy Mabob.
Put me on the map.
Put you on the map. Majiggy Mabob.
And I was like, who? What is that? Where? How much?
Who is Vuyo?
I was still listening to Alanis Morissette then. Anyway, so Papi earlier said that you're deemed as this Ryan Seacrest of South Africa. How does that make you feel? Are you flattered by that? Is it something you identify with? Does he make your suits? Who makes
He does have a
He
suit
does
line.
make
I haven't
suits.
tried it. I haven't tried it, but no, he doesn't. I mean, he's good at what he does, and he's done well in America, but I don't think it's a thing for me, you know? It's not at all. I've always said that if you watch a show and you get out of it and the presenter's what you remember, then the presenter wasn't very good, because it's never about them. It's about everything else.
Well done. Okay, so then you moved on to live, or what most people remember as live, and a lot of people know you as the man who would some would deem as creating the Bonang we know today. You know? Well, you
created Bonang.
You made
It's your fault, Andy.
You made her. So
we
no,
love it.
you're behind some of her talent. What are some of those days like?
I mean, I got fired off a show called One. Let's start there. And then the boss of
How
Urban
many
Brew at the
chances
time.
did they give you? Just one?
No, that was it.
Just one chance.
That was it. So then I sat there, and Donnie Ferreira was like, are you just going to sit here? You're young. You studied this television thing. So I came up with a show called Live. And one of the things that I'd said on the show when I was busy putting it together and concocting it, I said I had a female presenter. They said, find this female presenter. And I bumped into her, gave her an opportunity. She loved it. I loved it. I don't think you can ever take somebody's talent, God-given, and say you gave it to them. Good talent is like water in your hands. Doesn't matter what you do, you'll find a way out.
Yes,
so she was that.
I love how you're such a good sport. Look what I did there. But you also did music.
I did.
Wait, before you say anything, can we look at it though?
Oh, wow.
Let's
Stages with 10,000 people watching. I've acted out my love stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now.
Rag. You're wearing a
I mean,
It's a cap
out.
backwards.
I was
It's a-
doing
No, but
earrings.
what's the hanging
I got
thing
the
other than
earrings.
your
It's
dreads?
the dreadlocks.
I thought there was a bit
Got
of
bell bottom. Oh,
my word.
in my time.
What was happening in your time?
It was good times. It was good times. I loved having that. I mean, rest in peace to Pojo Mojo, who was, you know, one of the people that were part of my stable. I had a record company, Bomo Java, you know, and the like. So we had great times then, and that was just part of it.
Amazing.
King.
I'm just
We're in
shocked.
awe.
You Ryan Seacrested us.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm Ryan Seacrested right now.
For real.
You took it back, though.
I did. I had to. Well, anyway, welcome to the show, and thanks for hosting with us. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the next trending topic, which I believe Nina Hasty will speak of.
That is my name, not Nina Hastings or I don't know, whatever else you want to call me. You can call me Noma Nina Gazi. All right. Today, South African citizens took the opportunity to share their thoughts on the 27th edition of the World Economic Forum in Africa, which kicked off this morning early in Durban today. And it's going to end on Friday, the 5th of May, my mom's birthday. Opinions on Africa were not only the things that were shared on social media. People also began to dissect the new Minister of Finance, Malusi Gigaba's speech. And this is what they had to say. Bukalani. We need to place ourselves where we don't use the narrative of transformation in line with corruption, Minister Gigaba. Hashtag WEF Africa. Minister Gigaba, we must change the structure of ownership and change or expand systems of production in our economy. Fair point. Gigaba says we are committed to fight corruption. It's a major concern and it mustn't be a fight against transformation. Agreed. How about that? Well done. Eloquent South Africans. Minister Gigaba right now, guys, I have faith in him again. Hashtag WEF Africa 2017. I don't know why that was such a lit read. Anyway, but someone seemed excited. There were lots of exclamation marks. Anyway, Shaka is actually in Durban attending the summit, so let's see what he's getting up to.
Forum meeting in Durban. I've not had time to be shady as yet, but I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's going on. It's been fantastic. Over 1,000 people from all over the world, 13 heads of states, even Uncle Bob is here. He's coming. We're going to have a fantastic time with him. I just heard my new Minister of Finance give his take on, you know, everything that's going on, and he actually seemed to impress the investors, meaning white people. All right, they loved it. Okay, so I'm going to do this, check in with you every evening and just give you a heads up of actually what went down. look out for this tomorrow because it's going to be cracking hot when Uncle Bob comes to town.
That is fantastic. Actually, I watched an interview very early this morning with our Minister Gigaba.
Yes.
And on SABC News. And yeah, there seems to be a lot of progressive conversations that are happening. So I'm excited.
Let's see what happens. Well, Unatim Sengana kept people talking under the trend hashtag Cliff Central. Former Metro FM host had her first interview on Cliff Central since leaving the radio station, where she opened up about why she made the decision to leave. But that's not the only thing Unati spoke of. She seems to be getting a whole lot closer to her Badimo over the years and is well on her journey to becoming a traditional healer.
Right, now talking about celebrities that have answered the calling, this means that Unati joins the likes of, remember Baby Clan? I think she was on Backstage, back in.
Yes, back in the days.
Big fan.
There she is. Hello, my baby. And of course, in May 2004, Baby made her decision to accept her calling following the mysterious death of her brother and her sister. So that was a sad one that led her there.
Amazing.
Another celebrity to have answered her calling recently was Boise. Remember when she posted this picture and captioned it, they called, I answered, the proudest, most incredible day
Why are
of
you
my
laughing,
life.
Angela?
A beautiful gift that I will never take for granted.
King.
I don't know, like, you know.
Do you,
Shady.
do you think they're Instagram Magozis?
I'm just saying, you know, I wonder what the real Madlusi would think of that. Like, you know,
Anyway, lastly,
Babes, where my
Latoya Machene. She switched from her TV life, went to initiation school, and followed her calling as well. So,
Oh, I remember that. That was, yo.
But there are other celebrities. Bukem Da from The Soil.
Oh, yeah.
She's answered her calling.
yes.
We have the actress Nandi Nyembe, the one from all the different soapies,
Yes.
the legendary actress. So,
Yeah, there's Shaga Sisulu.
that is true.
and your character on
Yes.
Soap on a Rope.
Yes,
Tell us
yes.
about that.
Brenda, Tabula Manzi. Ja, nee, kyk hoor. Sy is baie dik there in the Madlozis and Tokoza, you know?
But you know, it's so interesting because people who are gifted in the arts actually have like a big spirituality, like
Yeah.
the arts, music, it's all channeling. So it's
Yeah.
not actually such an unlikely thing for artists to
Correct.
also have a spiritual calling.
I found that when I was in theatre, a lot of people had spiritual callings.
I thought you were doing your outing that you're having a spiritual calling as well.
I am?
I thought so.
Maybe.
But I'd
That's
like
my
to know.
Instagram timeline.
I'd like to know the actual calling. Because it's not like, you know, it's not a call. Like, what is the actual calling? What actually happens? And I'd like to get into, we are lying there one day and then...
I don't think it happens like that.
Exactly. So what happened? And then?
If you want to tell us and then you
What
can
happened?
hashtag Tsa and then and tag us and let us know. Let Andile know, okay?
Was.
Another quick break. When we return, more trending hashtags on social media. Tsa on 3.
This is my day. What would you do? What would you say?
Yo, way. Welcome back. This is Trending SA on SABC3 and on our website, TrendingSA.tv. We are just about halfway through the show. Where does the time go? But we're going to power through, and our Woman Crush Wednesday is joining us in just a few. But listen, we have some hashtags to get through, right? So, Andile, say something with that voice of yours.
No, wait, hold on. Let me just hold on to the table. Okay,
Whatever.
carry on.
Okay, wait.
She's still coming up, ladies. Look out for it. But life's beautiful, especially when you have people on your side who care enough to give you some advice if you go a little astray. And Tweeps recently took to Twitter to share some of their pearls of wisdom with the following hashtag: best advice I've ever heard.
Yo.
Now let's check out some of the riveting life lessons that were shared. Here's one from Chase.
Riveting.
Says, you'd stop
riveting.
worrying what people
when
think
you
of
say
you
it.
if you knew how really they do. Ouch.
What, think or think of you? Lol.
And this
I love
one here
those
says,
eyes.
if only you would stop asking, I would stop lying. I love that one.
How's that gift?
Baby Ken, that one's for you. And this one says, in case of fire, please leave the building before posting it on social media.
You're the worst. Andile, you're the worst.
You are a very shady person.
You're the worst.
This is quite enjoyable.
What's some of the best advice you've had?
I don't know. I'm going to let the others start.
Baby?
Sure. I mean, there's so much.
Give me one. One that we're going to tweet about and then, hashtag Babi said.
Save.
Yeah.
Save money. Sorry, I'm serious. Wabona, I'm Capricorn. Save. Yo, because life
Okay,
is
I've got
tough.
Are you
one.
asking for
No
good advice?
phones in the bedroom.
So how do you record it?
Exactly. No recording.
No,
You're the worst.
Record, just don't get your face in the shots. Anyway, what?
You see, that's why you must save.
So that's
because
me
when you
living
have
my-
problems, you're going to have to get yourself out of the problems.
Well, it's all good and well, of course, until you start putting it on social media and it's out there and people are saying, is that you, Mkabai? But let's move right along because people are actually giving same advice. But as I've learned in life, not every piece of advice is something I should heed. And for some strange reasons, people who know nothing about you are going to offer advice. Like people who are single.
Why did you point at me?
I didn't hear anything you said. I was like,
You literally... Guys, can you work with me here?
okay.
So people who are single, what? Giving you
Must
advice
give
about
Advice
your
to people in the
relationship.
relationship,
yeah.
You're in a relationship.
Look at this. Look
I've
at
only
this
been in a
clip.
relationship
to
for
look
half
at.
an hour.
Look at this
so-
clip.
Say I'm on my phone too much. What? Tell her that's your phone. Girl, this my phone. How do... My girl's starting to gain weight.
Just take the plate away from her. Duh.
My girl won't stop nagging me. You gotta man up. No, you say, well, listen here. Listen here.
I love how they keep playing the voices.
All right, so at least some of those single friends have been in relationships before, so maybe they have some sort of experience, right?
Yeah.
But my worst, I
can't.
I can't, guys. Who told me? People without kids telling you how to raise your kids. What?
I do it all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
do.
just be good.
So I found this clip on the internet that debunks this famous line that people tell new moms. Have a look.
The baby's sleeping. And I know so many moms get this piece of advice, and it just makes no sense. Should I do laundry when the baby's doing laundry? Should I pee when the baby's peeing? Should I do dishes when the baby's doing dishes? I'll just take a long nap while the baby's sleeping and do the rest while they're helping me out with it, because that works out just great.
I love it.
I love that one.
I always do dishes when my baby's doing dishes. That's very good advice.
It's like, okay, what my favorite thing is people who are broke who give you advice about money and tell you what to do with your money. I'm like, yes, I will absolutely do that. How that noise that was that your CV joints on your car that was driving up. Anyway, so just don't listen to them, okay? Or you might end up in jail. You might find yourself doing something that you never imagined yourself doing, joining the circus. And if you want to be broke and happy and out of jail, do not heed the advice of the following people.
Now, if you have money, diversification means having a mix of stocks and bonds. But if you're broke, it means getting cash however you can. Get creative. You could open a credit card under a fake name Hey, it's not like you're going to pay off the ones you have anyway. You could start selling pills. I'll bet you have a relative that has a prescription for something fun. Steal it. You could open a charity for a fake cause. Hey, maybe you'll get lucky and some of that money will be coated in a fatal virus.
Or you could be like Ja Rule and have a music festival
How's that?
where you invite a whole bunch of people and then put them in tents. Hey, that guy, what an idiot.
Right.
All right. So when should you listen to what people have to say about your situation?
Never.
Never. So you don't take advice from people?
You know
Well,
what?
this-
Yeah. No one ever, the advice was, stop being a comedian. This thing that you're trying to do with the comedy is never going to pop. Nobody likes obscure white girls from Pretoria. You're too fat, you're too short, you're too weird. Don't do it. Look at me now.
Look at her now.
I'm making paper.
I love it. All right, but speaking of paper, right? The last video had me thinking about money and the power that it has over some of us, all of us. People will do just about anything to up their bank balance because let's face it, money makes the world go round, baby. And the hashtag shows us just how much people love having moolah in their bank accounts.
Did you spot Spikiri in the back?
Oh, remember?
So hashtag my bank account says was trending on my timeline. This comes after I had to question myself why certain people don't listen to their bank accounts and they end up broke. Unlike me, I'm a multi-millionaire, as you guys know.
Yeah,
as
sorry.
my friend.
I can tell. It's just,
After having worked hard in building solid careers, remember Chico Trotter with that jam, I Need Some Money? We just played that one.
Sure.
So Chico with I Need Some Money, yo. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not joking about being a multimillionaire. Nothing wrong with having money, but it's sad when you don't take care of money and end up without it. This took me back to an era. Do you guys remember Mangam Tembu?
no.
The original
Because
blesser.
The original blesser.
first one.
Now, I think he got 57 million from that Transnet deal. He sued them. He got money, opened companies, investments, became richer, and then he loved to show and splurge. Was even renting 100,000 rand, 200,000 rand a month apartment, boasted overseas trips, blah, 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 blah. Where is he today? Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is
We
he?
want his GPS coordinates.
Where is he?
Show us.
Show us. Show us. Because, you know, now I still say when your bank account speaks, you totally have to listen. So let's check out some of your tweets. Hashtag my bank account says, this comes from KB.
Lol.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Hilarious. That's hilarious.
Hashtag my bank account says, sorry, looks like nothing is here.
Guys,
John
I love the
Travolta.
internet. I love the
And then
internet.
James says, it keeps misplacing my funds. Ish, yeah, ne?
I love that meme.
Let's take it back to what I know, football. And you hear about footballers all the time, but I think the most prominent one has to be Phil Masinga. You remember Phil, he played in England. He played for Bari as well. He's the man that scored the goal that took us all the way to our very first World Cup in 1998. And at some point, I mean, we heard he had a mansion in Vesco. Isn't Vescopis like a...
Yes, that's
Vescopis,
hilarious.
is it?
Yeah, no,
No, I think it's an area, isn't it?
Vescopis?
And then there is the
Oscar
institution called.
Pistorius was
Guys,
in Vesco.
focus on the other madness.
He had a mansion in Tara.
Well, he had vast homes as well. He had another home in Fourways that he owned a couple of petrol stations. He had designer boutiques, a nightclub, a fleet of luxury cars. We hear, and Profil, I see him. He's now staying at the back room of his mother's house,
I hate these stories.
trying to
I
get his
don't like
soccer
these
academy
stories.
off the
It's
ground.
nonsense.
That's Profil there.
We got the
It's South
story from.
Africa.
We got this update from Andile.
Me, Ajaibo, I just got here. They write it on a little thing there. I put my glasses, I read. That's
Yeah.
it.
And then you look at me funny when I say save. It's hot out here for a
How
pimp.
could we forget the ultimate, the sushi man? The one, the only, Kenny Kunene.
Kenny broke?
No, well, anyway, he had a number of clubs. He had a fleet of fancy cars. He threw the wildest parties. There were naked girls. There was sushi on them. He owned the Tsar nightclub in South Africa and in Zim.
What is happening in this picture collage?
I will explain what's happening in that picture in a second.
Okay.
So he started his career as an English teacher and then later worked as a public relation consultant, etc., etc. But he recently tied the knot. That's what's going on in the picture. So he tied
beautiful. Congratulations.
He's toned down his
Reason why
lavish
Instagram
lifestyle.
should have an age limit. That picture right there. Boom.
Wait,
no.
how old are you now? Aren't you and Kenny the same age? Because I feel like you're the same age. Leda.
Are you guys the same age?
They are.
Probably plus minus. Someone Bakdala.
This is the
You
side
guys
of
had a
Andy that we've
process
never
information.
You
seen.
I
told
really
me
don't
you
know how
and
to
Kenny
process
went to primary school together.
He was my English teacher. He was an English teacher, was he not? Did you not say that? Nina.
Unbelievable.
He is an English teacher, but I mean, you know, you speak really well.
So here's the deal. Shady as it may be and life as it may be, you know, everybody's human. And it's not just people who are in the limelight who have this kind of issue that happens with their finances. So, you know, when you make it, try and get some good advice, like we were saying, gather advice, and try to stay in the made it zone. Next up, our WCW. I'm so excited. Lady Zama's here. We'll be right back.
But you can do better. If you break your heart, baby, I'll fix you. What more can I do to convince you?
This is my day. This is my day. Woo!
SA on SABC3. The stage is yours, and soon it'll be the stage belonging to our Woman Crush Wednesday. Now listen, if you're watching us on SABC3, good job. If you're watching us on TrendingSA.tv, good job. Tell everybody everywhere. 9:30 SABC3. This is the place to be. All right, Andile, you have that thing with musos, no? So you've invited.
Wow, shady.
Our Woman Crush, right?
Well, I'm moving my crush from the right to the left. She first won my heart back in the day in 2011 with her soulful sounds. And, of course, had the whole of South Africa dancing to hit songs she made with her other group member, Junior Taurus, back in those days. Tonight, she's here on her own because she's made some great songs on her own. But she's from Mamelodi because she sang the song Mamelodi, Runaway, and, of course, Pitori. Fast forward to right now, 2017. She's a solo artist and making lit music. Little wonder why we have to have her as our Woman Crush Wednesday. Welcome, Lady Zamar!
Why is jiving so nice? Even for the people just watching the jiving, we're like, aye! It's very nice. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Yay, we're very excited.
And I actually said in the opening, and it's something that a lot of people think, but you're actually not.
No, I'm not from Mamelodi.
Where are you from?
all.
I was going to say home girl.
Yeah, she's home girl.
Calm down, everyone.
I am from Pretoria, but I grew up in Pretoria West and West Park.
Okay.
And I currently reside in Acacia in Pretoria North.
Where did you go to school?
Wishkaldana.
Okay.
She speaks Afrikaans. Sie ever lekker Afrikaans.
What school did you go to? Willowridge, yeah. No,
You speak Afrikaans, Tina?
Yeah.
Sy kan nie Afrikaans praat nie.
Like
And you call yourself Lady Zamar, but I find your real name so beautiful and so unique.
Yeah, but I've been teased all my life because of that name, so I try to not ever tell anybody what that
Please
name
tell them
is.
what it is, because I think you'll get a different light from the ladies here. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Yummy Janet.
Yummy. Her name is Yummy.
Yummy.
Yeah, you see, like don't make those yummy gummy or yummy I got love in my tummy things. Somebody just said it back there. I was like, whoop, stop it. Yeah.
Well, at least you became your name. Have you ever met those chicks called Beauty and then... That's what I'm saying.
You're
It's
called
like, wow, Beauty shit.
You're called Seporno.
Let's link it back to the music.
It happens. There's some chojos that are called Seporno.
Ouch. I'm pretty sure to their parents they are that, not
It's
the
always
chojos.
true. To somebody you're beautiful.
Exactly.
Let's take it back now to the music. I mean, what was it about the township, about Mamelodi in particular, that had you, loving it and singing about it?
The thing is, when you start off as an artist, it's so scary because you don't know if people are going to love your music or not. And I found that at that time, Mamelodi was the one place that would book us, all the time. It was for like you're a newcomer, so it would be like 250, 800. It was like very little money. But the fact that they were putting us on stages that we'd never been on before at that time, it was like, we just wanted to say thank you to them. Like, you guys are literally... Because you know how it is at events. You perform at one stage, and you find like there are 3 promoters there, and they will then come and say, I loved your performance. Can you please come to this other venue? So that's why we're like, you guys really put us on.
Nice.
And I just wanted to say thank you together with Junior. Well, yeah.
So tell me about the relationship with Junior Taurus and like, have you split? What's happening? Are you going to get back together one day?
I have no idea if we're ever going to get back together as a musical duo, but we have split completely. I changed recording labels, and it was actually in the initial plan. When I first got to know Junior, I always told him that I want to be a country singer, I want to be a gospel. I had so many dreams of doing so many things, and he said to me, you can't do that. You have to start with something that's going to put you in a position where you can do something that you eventually love. So he then taught me how to sing for people in clubs, because I had no idea what to say. Like, what do you say to the guy who's going to be Kohaman Skral with a bottle of Black Label? What song is going to appeal to him? So I had no idea. So he taught me, he said to me, together with my friend Mandla, he said to me, break down your lyrics, because I'm a poet and I'm a writer. So he's like, break them down and make them more jovial and more fun. You know?
Please sing country for us. Because you said, I'm obsessed with a series called Nashville. And I just have a deep love, I know you're shocked, for country because it's so similar to blues. It's very rich in content. It's very deep.
Stories.
Lyrically.
You want me to sing country right now?
Anything country.
You have to. I mean, how many black females are out there saying, in South Africa, saying they sing?
Oh, I feel like a big part of the spot here, but it's cool.
You do your thing.
I'm just going to do some, like, my own song.
Or even Dolly Parton if you want.
What is that song?
Jolene.
I know, I wanted to do that one too.
Yes,
but I was like, no, let me not do Jolene. What's that song? No, can I do my own?
Yes,
that's what's on my mind right now.
Do it.
I think what you need is someone to love you right, someone to love you all night. I think what you need is someone to love you right, someone to love you all night. You've been broken, catching a cold, cause of your insides have you broken. You've been lost, you've been laying by yourself at night. Yeah.
There is a Lone Ranger. There is a ranger waiting for you in Texas.
In Pretoria. There are a couple of Lone Rangers in Pretoria. That's still
I just feel hot now.
Beautiful.
It's that catch you heard.
Thank you.
I've just heard.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
That was amazing.
Thank you very much.
So you've had some like amazing collaborations and all of them just turn into hits. What's that been like?
I don't understand this word hit that people keep throwing at me. I keep people...
If people can sing along, I think that's sort of...
That's a hit. It just feels like a lot of pressure. I was taught by my father and all my music teachers to always make good music. And I appreciate good music, and I think it's very wrong, and I won't name names, but I feel like there's some artists who just make trash. And I don't think it's right for them.
You're gonna name names. This is the space in the show to do that.
You know, I've had a policy of keep my mouth shut. My mom said, if I can't say something nice, I don't say it at all.
Can we listen to a sing-along? Can we listen to a sing-along? All right, let's listen to something.
I need to speak to Charlotte. I need to call Charlotte. I need to tell Charlotte. He don't need you, Charlotte. I need to speak to Charlotte. I need to see Charlotte. I need to tell Charlotte. He don't need you, Charlotte. I need to speak to Charlotte. I need to call Charlotte. I need to tell Charlotte. He don't need you, Charlotte. I need to speak to Charlotte. I need to see Charlotte. I need to...
Is Charlotte like the other woman?
No, guys.
I thought Charlotte is the other woman because the person who introduced me to this song is like, I'm convinced Charlotte is the other woman, and you're like saying to your man, I'm not talking to you. I need
No,
to
not actually.
Charlotte.
You know, I listen to Jolene, and I'm always moved by Dolly Parton's lyrics. She's amazing. And when I was listening one day, and I heard Miley Cyrus's cover, you know, and I know, it's amazing, right? And I was like, you know what? There's always the talk of the other woman, but no one ever talks about the process of the woman who is actually in the relationship. Right. Do you understand? Like the mental process that she's continuously going through. So Charlotte basically is a word, it's a name that I took from the word charlatan, which is a person who claims to be...
You stole
Miley Cyrus, where am I?
I know, right? You need to come back.
You also got a bit of an accent, or is it just me? And this coming from me, you've got a bit of an accent in what you're saying. Are you all Pretoria, strictly Pretoria, never left South Africa?
I travel, but I was born and raised here. But people tell me I've got an accent. I'm like, my dad just, banned us from speaking African languages until we're like 12. Oh. And then suddenly at 13, he goes, speak Sana. And I'm like, what do you mean? What is that? I didn't even know I was black until I think I was like 8.
No, but I went through the same thing until one of the white parents mentioned, or the white kids
and you're like,
mentioned
black.
that I'm black. I was like, Mama, I take it black.
I also didn't know I was black until about half an hour ago.
I couldn't miss it.
I couldn't miss it.
I couldn't miss it.
Afro puff.
No, like my parents had like a lot of white friends, and they're such they're world travelers, do you understand? And it's like one of those things where I'm in a private school, I'm surrounded by, I was the only black child in my grade until grade 7, and then grade 8 I went to Pretoria West High, and the first time I was like, so many black kids, you understand? And then grade 9 I actually left Pretoria West High because
I see black people.
No, this one
No
girl.
signs? My hair doesn't move.
No, the thing is, I never noticed those things. And you know, the first encounter I ever had with a black girl, like not a black girl raised in the burbs, but a black girl raised in the hood, was in grade 8. This girl comes up to me, she goes, you looked at me funny. I was like, what? What did I do?
That's your first entry into the door.
Okay, so let's just bring it back to the music and where you're at and all the rest of it. So okay, so you released something now in March 2017. Is your debut?
March 31st.
March 31st. Yeah. Okay. This is your debut solo album.
Yes, it is.
King Zama.
Love
Zamar.
it.
Zamar. Forgive
Love
me. Okay.
it.
So why King? Why? You know, what's the gender specificity there? What's going on?
I have found that queens are usually married to kings. You know, it's that thing of I become a queen because I'm married into a family. When you're born into the royal family, you're a princess. You know, and kings serve their people. They actually go down and get into the murky waters with their people, and you get to hear their problems, and you kind of you connect with the people as a king. And I've always felt like it's not fair that men should be the only ones who carry the name king, when a lot of times when there are no males in your particular place of positioning, or your positioning in life, then you cannot then be called a king. And I do not want to be preened and pampered. I want to always deliver the best to my Zamartians, which are
Can we be Zamartians?
Yes, you can all be Zamartians.
Yes.
So I feel like I am the one person in my own type of way, in my own sphere of music, and my own way of delivering and kind of healing, so to speak. Because a lot of people inbox me like, you changed my life and this, and I'm like, you know what? I need to step up and say I'm no longer a queen, and I'm saying I will serve
King
you.
us, we are your Zamartians.
Yeah.
King us, we are your Zamartians.
So your writing process, you've spoken a bit about poetry, you've spoken a bit about your influences, and so what are the themes on this album?
There's a lot of, the last 2 years of before this 2017, those 2016, 2015, there was a lot of emotional things that I went through.
Yeah.
As a woman, you enter this male-dominated music scene, and you are in partnership with a male, your producer's a male, there's so many males around you. And
Too many men in this room.
Too many. Oh my
I'm one of them. Listen, it's hard being a man.
It is, right? But yeah, so it comes back down to that thing of I feel like there's so much I've gone through, and I believe that as a young woman, a lot of other young people have gone through the exact same thing.
Sure.
And I try to kind of speak not only about myself, but to kind of try to tap into what someone else would be thinking. So there's a lot of love, heartbreak, there's the sentimental, there's the angry, there's the, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. Like the song El Diego, it talks about a girl who grew up in this little town, and she gets introduced to this amazing hot guy, and he ruins her. And she's like, I don't know why I never listened to the people telling me that he's lying and he's a cheater.
Wow.
You understand? So there's so many different things, and to me, this album was my way of saying, you know what, I want to share my experiences in the last 2 years with everybody else. Beautiful. And
Love it.
that's what.
Very deep.
So I completely understand when musicians say they never need to write books because it's all in their music.
Yeah, and that's how I structured this album. If you listen from track 1 to track 14, it's chapter by chapter. You are coming into every single every different stage with me.
King Zama, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here, and slay us. Slayers.
Yeah, yours.
Thank you very much.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Get the album King Zama. Lady Zama, everybody, on TrendingSA on 3.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Oh, I thought you guys. It's a liar.
Hell no, 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 hell no, hell no, 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 no. Hell
This
no.
is my day. This is my day. Nico me food. Sese majozi to me food. It me food. Loco ilava nico me food. Nico me food. Sese majozi to me food.
It's nice, right? Yo.
Yeah, guys, I feel like I can't do the things that I need to do in this dress because the dancing that is required for this song makes me want to, you know.
As long as we know where the pots are, it's all good. Listen, another episode done and dusted. But I have to tell you something. There is a new kid on the block, friends. We want to send a shout out to our other WCW. She came back with her song called Do Me High Phone Maya. What? Tell me.
When Kenny Gunana was your teacher.
You have so much shade in your pocket, hey?
It's
a that pocket square.
This song is called Show My Josie. She's an upcoming fashion rap sensation.
Have you seen her? Where's that thing?
I know. I just couldn't say the name. And we were introduced to her on OK Malum Cool Cat's hit song, and she was featured there. And since then, she's got a whole lot of attention online. Have a look at this. She's amazing.
Has he been to Milan? Does he know how
Guys, I don't know if this is the song's name, huh?
You
What
say
is
it.
it?
Oh, do me phone my eye gerieven.
Is that the name of the song?
That's what it says the name of the song.
Guys, the point is.
Do me a phone.
Is that the new cool? I don't know. Am I too old for this one?
She incorporates Tonga, which I don't know. Are you fluent in? Are you? Okay.
What?
Is that?
Look, what's nice is that she incorporates what you're saying. The Tonga, the new school age. She's bringing in a culture which is in a little bit of the minority. I like that about her.
I guess
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Vibe.
Yes. Not cancer?
Not cancer.
Yes. So there we go. We'll wrap up on that note.
What did you say?
Sort of redeemed. Sort of not. But tomorrow we have another chance to do it all over again. Thank you for being here, Andile Ngube.
Thank you for having me.
And they're both with us again tomorrow, 9:30 at SABC3. It's a date. We love you. Goodbye.
What was that?